Welcome to this lesson on understanding angles. Angles are one of the most important topics in geometry and appear frequently on the LANTITE. In this lesson, we will learn how to identify, measure, and calculate angles using key relationships like complementary and supplementary angles. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify different types of angles, understand degree measurement, work with complementary and supplementary angles, and find missing angles on a straight line and around a point. These are foundational skills that underpin many LANTITE geometry questions. An angle is formed when two rays meet at a common point, called the vertex. We measure angles in degrees. A full rotation around a point is 360 degrees, a half turn is 180 degrees, and a quarter turn is 90 degrees. The size of the angle tells us how far one ray has rotated from the other. There are 5 types of angles you need to know. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. We mark it with a small square. An obtuse angle is between 90 and 180 degrees. A straight angle is exactly 180 degrees, forming a straight line. And a reflex angle is greater than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. On the LANTITE, being able to quickly classify an angle helps you check whether your calculated answer is reasonable. Two of the most important angle relationships are complementary and supplementary angles. Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. They complete a right angle. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. They make a straight line. A helpful memory trick: C for complementary, C for corner, which is 90 degrees. S for supplementary, S for straight line, which is 180 degrees. These relationships are the key to finding missing angles. Two angles are complementary, and one is 34 degrees. Since complementary angles add up to 90 degrees, we subtract. 90 minus 34 equals 56 degrees. Always check your answer. 34 plus 56 does equal 90. On the LANTITE, you might see this as a word problem, such as finding the angle a ladder makes with the ground when you know the angle it makes with the wall. A gate opens to 125 degrees from a fence. The gate and fence together form a straight line, so the angles on either side must add to 180 degrees. Subtract. 180 minus 125 equals 55 degrees. The angle on the other side of the gate is 55 degrees. This is a great example of supplementary angles in a real-world context, exactly the kind of problem you will see on the LANTITE. Angles on a straight line always add up to 180 degrees. This works whether you have 2 angles, 3 angles, or more. As long as they sit along a straight line, their total must be 180 degrees. This is an extension of supplementary angles and is one of the most useful rules for finding missing angles. 3 angles sit on a straight line, and 2 of them are 72 degrees and 43 degrees. Since angles on a straight line add to 180, we add the known angles. 72 plus 43 equals 115. Then subtract from 180. 180 minus 115 equals 65 degrees. Always check your answer. 72 plus 43 plus 65 equals 180. Correct. Angles around a point always add up to 360 degrees of full rotation. This applies to any number of angles meeting at a single point. A special case is vertically opposite angles. When 2 straight lines cross, they form 4 angles, and the angles that are opposite each other are always equal. These 2 rules: angles at a point sum to 360 and vertically opposite angles are equal are essential for the LANTITE. 2 roads meet at an intersection, and one angle is 68 degrees. Using vertically opposite angles, the angle directly across is also 68 degrees. The adjacent angles are supplementary, so 180 minus 68 gives 112 degrees. The four angles at the intersection are 68, 112, 68, and 112 degrees. As a check, they add up to 360 degrees. This kind of real-world angles question is very typical of the LANTITE. Common mistakes to avoid. First, confusing complementary and supplementary. Remember C for corner at 90 degrees, S for straight line at 180 degrees. Second, assuming all angles at a point are equal, only vertically opposite angles are equal. Third, using the long total straight line angles sum to 180, angles at a point sum to 360. And fourth, always check if your answer is reasonable. If you calculate an angle of 200 degrees but the diagram shows a small angle, something has gone wrong. Now try these 5 problems. Problem 1. What is the complement of 27 degrees? Problem 2. What is the supplement of 143 degrees? Problem 3. Two angles on a straight line are 85 degrees and x degrees. Find x. Problem 4. Three angles meet at a point. Two are 130 degrees and 95 degrees. Find the third. Problem 5. Two straight lines cross. One angle is 74 degrees. What are the other 3 angles? Check your answers on screen. Let's recap the key ideas. There are 5 types of angles: acute, right, obtuse, straight, and reflex. Complementary angles sum to 90 degrees C for corner. Supplementary angles sum to 180 degrees S for straight line. Angles on a straight line add to 180 degrees. Angles around a point add to 360 degrees. And vertically opposite angles are always equal. Master these rules and you will handle any angle question on the LANTITE with confidence.